What's up, guys? My name is Lewis. I'm here with Tortuga Marketing, and I'm here with Jenna Cooper and Matthew from Swish Studios, and we just wanted to take a few minutes and talk to you about influencer marketing. It's something that's been blowing up a lot here in the Triangle. A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are asking questions, and so hopefully we can shine some light on that. Let's start with you, Jenna. Can you tell us a little bit more about you and who you are, for those of you who don't already know you?
Absolutely. Hello. My name is Jenna Cooper. So I'm actually from Indiana, born and raised there. And I came to Raleigh a few years ago and absolutely fell in love with it. I fell in love with the whole city, the people. I got to know the local businesses and tried out their products and services. And I was like, I am never leaving. So then I got, I'm sorry.
There you go, Jenna. This is good. This is good. Good stuff.
Is it?
It's real.
Okay. So also everything makes me laugh. Okay. So part of it, so I'm from Indiana, from under a rock, right? I haven't had a lot of life experiences, never been on a plane. And that is why I think they actually casted me on The Bachelor. So I got to go and travel and see the world. And when I got back, my platform grew, my social media business grew. And I guess I kind of just turned into like an influencer, only because I started out just sharing all my opinions honestly with how much I love this city. And yes, now
Very
here we are.
Love it.
All right, perfect timing. Bus just stopped.
Oh my
Matthew,
God.
tell us a little bit about you, man. Again, you're here from Swish Studios. Can you elaborate a little bit on that, what you do?
I'm Matthew Kraft from Swish Studios. I'm originally from Charlotte. And we started out in Charlotte by building a Snapchat account at the local college, UNC Charlotte. Go Niners. We grew our following mostly through putting our word out there, flyers, stickers, and getting people to follow. And once we started following, people contributed to our accounts. They posted stuff, we posted stuff. We got really popular, and the local businesses started to hear and kind of wanted to get a part of it. They wanted to know how we could help them, influence the student body. And since then, we spread out. App State, UNC Charlotte, Chapel Hill, Wolfpack, everywhere around here in the Raleigh area. And I recently moved up from Raleigh to work with Swish Studios, make it more official. Now that we're really influencing people in the area, I feel like it's good to move up here and take advantage, go meet new people, get everybody's word out there.
100%. There's a lot of potential here in Raleigh right now, and things are constantly booming. And he's being modest. I mean, these Snapchat accounts that they manage are the largest accounts on campus. So there's definitely good stuff that they're doing. We know a little bit where you guys come from. Let's talk about influencer marketing. So I like the way you describe it, Matthew. Will you tell us and everybody that's watching what influencer marketing is in a nutshell?
Well, I think influencer marketing is just. Wait for that.
All right, yeah, you can probably stop.
I think influencer marketing is just being personable. Everybody's account isn't going to get famous for a certain thing. Being fit or having parties on your account, stuff like that. But I think when people relate to what you're doing, when you put stuff out there and your honest opinions, people trust that more than if you're forcing advertisement in your face. It's generic, it's real.
Yeah, exactly. And people do business with people they know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anything you'd like to add to that, Jenna?
Actually, that was
spot on, right on the
spot
money.
on.
Yep. And okay, so we just talked about a little bit on how you became an influencer.
Oh yes.
So can you tell us a little bit more about what that's like? Like, what do you do on a day to day? What's it like to be an influencer
Oh my
here in the
gosh,
Triangle?
what's it like? Okay, so being an influencer actually is literally it's so much fun. So it's getting to meet new people all the time. Either go to new businesses and learn kind of like how they're run, learn about their products and services, or go to the ones that you visit a lot and share that with others. Share about how passionate you are about, their waffles or coffee. So sometimes I will, just use an example, Carrie Massage, right? That's one of my clients. I go in there, get massages, love it, talk to the owner, interview some of the clients and get their feedback, and then share that with everybody else. So it's so much fun. You're using and sharing about things that you love, such as massages and waffles. Honestly, I know it sounds interesting. I know that's weird, but that's literally my day. It's so much fun, and then posting about it, and then engaging with the followers.
Yeah, and there's definitely there's a lot of people watching that probably want to be influencers or consider themselves micro influencers already. So do you have anything? Do you have anything to say to them about how they can get started, how people can become an influencer here locally in the Triangle?
I think it's about getting comfortable. You know, you don't want to be an influencer if you're not personable. You know, you could have a lot of followers and not want to go promote something. You know, you're just talking about yourself. And I think for people who want to get started as influencers, it's important to do things you like first.
Yeah.
You know, make sure everything you're supporting is something you really believe in, because that's what makes people, you know, reach out to you and say, hey, like, you're really passionate about these waffles. They that good? And you add, oh yeah, I love those waffles, champagne waffles.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you are passionate about it, consistently post, be honest, be creative, and then always improve yourself. So say you want to go take like a food photography class or something like that. Always be working on it, and your followers will grow and grow. Make sure you're interacting with them, because they keep you where you're at. They keep you at that influencer level. So always make sure you pay attention to them. Give them the content that they want. Change it up a little. Be
People
modern.
They grow with you.
Exactly.
As you get better, they start to like it more.
People are very perceptive, and they will know if you're just turning into like a sellout. You know what I mean? They will know if you're like, okay, link to this, link to that, then it's like, no.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a huge one. I think one of the best things about influencer marketing, again, is that you're really focusing on that authenticity of it. And, you know, you're not trying to sell things to your friends and your fans. You're just using products that sort of go hand in hand with what your audience is already interested in anyways. So I think that adds a whole, you know, separate level of value.
Like, I've 100% said, thank you so much for sending that to me, but I don't want to share it.
Yeah,
you know
because it may not be, you know, Jenna Cooper fit
Yeah,
style.
right. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the main things I wanted to touch on today as well are some of the common misconceptions about influencer marketing. Because I've been talking to a lot of people the last month about influencer marketing, both agencies, companies, and influencers. And there are a lot of misconceptions that I've been hearing. So when it comes to working with influencers, a lot of influencers are afraid that working with an agency or working with people, it's going to mean that we're trying to get money out of them. And then when it comes to the businesses, they're scared that they're not going to be able to measure their return. You know, it's going to be a waste of money, and they've heard bad stories. And then finally, then you also have to worry about all these different fake accounts with fake followers and that kind of thing. So those three things, can you guys, talk a little bit about those, or do you guys run into those on the day-to-day at all?
yeah, absolutely. So I will say one thing, I forget the first one, but for the second ones, I remember what you said.
Fake accounts?
Yes, right. Well, okay, so fake accounts. So one thing is, a misconception is, it matters if you have so many thousands of followers. Well, what matters really is the engagement. And if businesses are worried that they're not going to know about the ROI, well, you can share the analytics. You have your page set up as a business page, so you can see how many impressions you're getting, how many clicks to your website. So it's very measurable. There are some things you can't track every single thing, but use a coupon code if you're not sure.
Right.
So,
There are definitely different shortcuts you can take.
She's completely right. The first thing you got to think of when you're becoming an influencer is, my followers, are they engaging me? Are they talking back? And I think we didn't really run into it too much with the Snapchat accounts in schools, because people submit snaps for us to post.
Right.
So of course, if you're sending in something to me and I'm putting it out to everybody, you want your friends to see. We could always see that engagement was always high, up in the 75%. Most every day, almost everybody's tuning in just to see what's going on around you. What people are thinking about, what people are doing, because everybody wants to be part of the now. Everybody doesn't want to miss out on what's going on. If Jenna Cooper Fit is doing something cool, we want to be doing it too.
Yeah, exactly. She's going to a grand opening. We're going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious.
So you've been working with businesses already, so I'm curious to know your perspective. How do businesses get in touch with you, and what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Okay. So businesses typically, they will either they'll message on Instagram. I can't promise 100% that I would see it, but that's one way. I have an email, a couple different emails actually, and I do see those. I actually hired somebody to help me just with social media requests. It might be a little bit different of a case for me. Like, for some people, DMs can be totally fine. For me, for me, I think an agency would be so much better for my life because of the organization and actually getting back to them. So I'm sorry if I haven't got back to you. But yeah, so DMs, emails. If we do have a conversation, I'll give my phone number, and then that's the best way to figure out a plan from there.
Okay. Right. And what about you, Matthew? What's the best way to get in touch with you and with the influencers that you guys have worked with in the past? What do you see? This is more of a recommendation to business owners and marketers watching. How in the world do we get in front of these influencers and get them to promote our stuff? So what would you say?
Well, we like to give out our website, for one, Swish
Yep.
Studios, and I think that a lot of people, once they see the website, we kind of explain what we do more in depth. Like meeting in person is really great. The business owners, they know about us. They reach out through the Snapchats or through our Instagrams or that are connected to the accounts and such. And, we'll always get back in contact. But I think for the most part, like with influencers, like meeting them in person is how you really know like who they are, what they're about. And that's like a great thing for businesses to, reach out and say, hey, can we meet? Could I, meet you, feel you out, know what you're about? I think coming in person and then trying to explain exactly how you operate is a much better. They get a vibe off you, and they know who the people who they want to work with are the ones that they click with, the ones that are personable, that are real people.
Okay. And now, when you're dealing with accounts who have really big followings, like 50, 100, 200K and up, like sure, it's great to get in front of them and sit down with them and get coffee. But they don't, they get tons of requests all the time. So do you have any tips or any ideas on how to really entice them or how to get in front of them to make them want to talk to you?
Well, I just think you have to present yourself as someone who, they will want to work with. If somebody reaches out from a nice coffee shop and says, hey, I'd like you to come in, drink some coffee, take some pictures, that's one thing. But if they reach out and say, hey, like I've got an opportunity for you, they're official with it, business, like, it's something important that I'd sit down, look at and be like, hey, okay, this person's taking it seriously. I'm going to take them seriously.
Got it. So just to wrap it up, guys, I really appreciate it. I think influencer marketing is definitely here to stay in the triangle. A lot of people are getting into it. A lot of people are trying it. Even, 2 days ago, I went to this big ABC 11 influencer meetup. They're definitely, ABC 11's a big, company here in the triangle. Even they are doing everything they can to get in the door in this influencer marketing industry. So, to wrap things up, Tortuga Marketing is primarily a content marketing agency, but we do influencer marketing as well. As Jenna was saying, and I mentioned earlier, some of the benefits of working with an agency. So if you're a brand, instead of reaching out to a couple dozen influencers on Instagram and hoping one of them gets back to you, you would reach out to us. We would talk about what it is that you're trying to accomplish, what some of your goals are, and how we can help you achieve those. I have three main things that we usually. I have three main things that are very important and that I think make a world of difference when working with an agency. And it's, you have an entire creative and marketing team to help you with the actual strategy. We can help negotiate contracts and work out all the little details. And we're very ROI driven. So we know, with business owners, that's like the number one thing they want to talk about is how much money am I going to make off of this, and is it going to be worth it? So we're extremely focused on that. And for the influencers that are watching, we are in the process of building an influencer network right now. So there will be a link in the description for you to get signed up with. I can't guarantee that we will work with everyone, but by signing up, you'll at least get on our list of notifications. And when we have a brand that meets your industry, you will get notified and you will be given the opportunity to work with them. So it's just an easy way to manage everybody and give everybody an equal opportunity to get paid to create the content that they love to create. So that's all I had for you today. Jenna, do you want to give your spiel?
Thank you so much for listening to me. There's so much more where that came from. So yeah, my Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn and all the fun stuff is Jenna Cooper Fit. Always trying to stay fit. I have a review account called The Raleigh Review where I review local businesses, food, spas, boutiques, awesome things. And then I also have a club. It's specifically for women, so this is for the women. It's Rose Gold Club NC, and we go to events, parties, all kinds of crazy things. And I'm also teaching them how to do social media marketing and grow their small businesses. So it's for fun, but it's also like women empowerment, and yes. So thank you.
Good stuff. Make sure to follow her on Instagram.
Yes, follow.
That's awesome. Oh, it was great talking to you guys. Swish Studios, we're doing a lot of promoting around the Raleigh and Charlotte area, just trying to expand our brand and help other people get the word out there. So it's been a good time coming to the Triangle, Raleigh.